Welcome back, everybody, to the Talking with Heroes talk show program. I am Bob Calvert, founder of Talking with Heroes. We're here still at the R4Alliance National Conference at the Villages, Florida. And I'm sure by now you've watched some of the other video episodes that have come out of this conference. Just amazing men and women. But if this is your first video, there's a lot more out on our YouTube page, social media. So please let people know about it. But you can also go to our news site, thankyouforyourservice.us. In the left column, there'll be an article that has all the video episodes in one place, so you can kind of see all the different people. And but appreciate you coming back to watch this program. And like I said, we're still here at the conference. And we're here with a gentleman that I was introduced to by Matt Burke, who you probably all met here at 10can US, 10can.us. David Gray, I called you sometime, about a year or so ago or something. Yeah. You introduced yourself to me. Tell people a little bit about yourself. Start with your military service.
Sure. So I'm a military veteran, Army veteran. I was in the Gulf War. I was an air defense officer. Prior to that, I was enlisted as an Army medic, and got my commission in '89. I tell people all the time my timing couldn't have been worse. I graduated from my officer basic course, got my first duty assignment at Fort Stewart, Georgia, and 3 months later Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait, and I was off to the Gulf. So it was a tough experience. It was a great experience. Thankfully, I came back with all my parts and in good health. And 9 months later, my first son was born. They called him a desert stork baby. Oh, wow. So Fort Stewart, where we were, was just overrun with pregnancies about 9 months after the Gulf War. So the legacy continues. My oldest son now is a Marine Drill Instructor out at Marine Corps Recruit Depot in San Diego. So I'm very proud of him.
Great. Well, thank you for your service. Thank you for your son.
You're welcome. Thank you. Sure.
So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing since, because like so many veterans we're interviewing, is vets helping vets. Talk about some of the things you do.
Sure. In 2009, I came to work at the VA. I am a nurse. Later in life, I went back to nursing school and worked in a lot of different areas. I had the opportunity, though, to come to work at VA. I thought it was a perfect fit for me. A long military history in my family. Chance for me now to give back to veterans that continue to serve. So started first at the nursing home up in Lake City, Florida. I was a nurse educator for the nursing home. So at that time I worked with the nation's oldest veterans, people who were at the end of life, and it was very fulfilling. Those guys just have tremendous stories. We lose them at a faster and faster rate. Most of the World War II guys are gone, but I just had incredible stories of people that I've met and experiences. And you know, one day I was on the elevator, and I typically don't ask people about their military experience. If it's something that somebody wants to talk about, they will. But for whatever reason, I was compelled. There was this little old man, white-headed, in a wheelchair, all hunched over. But I saw this Purple Heart lapel pin on his shirt. And for whatever reason, I was compelled to ask him. I said, "Sir, do you mind telling me about your service?" And he looked up from his chair. He looked up at me with big blue eyes, and he said, "I was at Normandy." And it just blew me away. And so there's living history right there. That guy has moved on. He's no longer with us. But there are veterans every day from all conflicts that we deal with. And I was rewarded by helping to take care of that group of veterans at the end of life. Fast forward to 2010, I had the opportunity to apply for a job as the service chief for transition care management, which is a service that takes care of our newest veterans, veterans that are coming off of active duty, those that are medically discharged because they're seriously ill and injured. And so these days, I run a service of social work and nurse case managers who make sure that these vets coming from active duty to civilian life, they've been medically discharged, make sure that they get the care that they need, make sure they're getting the services that they need. And again, it's a very rewarding job, and one that I'm very happy to be in. Big blessed to have this job.
So in what you do you get involved much in recreational therapy? Or?
Well, no, not at the VA. We have rec therapy, and of course when we need to, we involve them with many of the services that the VA provides. But One of the reasons we're here today, and actually Matt knows, we've worked a lot with community resources, and Secretary McDonald, one of his biggest initiatives is this year he's really focused on partnering more with community organizations, because he recognizes that there are many good things that happen at VA. There are many things that happen in the community, but up until this date we haven't really coordinated our efforts as much as we can to capitalize on all the good things and work together in a partnership. So in bigger cities, he's got these groups of folks that are coming together to improve outcomes for our veterans. And this R4 Alliance today is just a fabulous example of how that can work. We have government resources, we have the VA that's going to provide care, but then how do we reach out? How do we know of the many different activities and opportunities that are offered for veterans? So that's why we're here today. I'm on the 10CAN board of directors as well with Matthew Burke. So we came down together, but I'm sort of wearing two hats because I'm also here as a VA representative and to see how we can partner with these fantastic organizations.
That's great. Yeah, the collaboration part of this just has amazed me the last couple of years.
Sure.
And see how, and it's growing so fast.
Right.
Yeah.
This is my first time to come down, but I've just learned so much in the 2 days that I've been there, and I had no idea of the depth of knowledge and experience. And you know, the things that we're learning right now, somebody else around the country has already been through it. So if we can learn from the efforts of other people, it's just a fabulous thing to be able to do.
Great. Anything else you'd like to share with people? Are you on social media, or
well,
people contact you?
I am. I would say that no matter where you are, if you are someone who has been in combat, if you're discharged from the military and you're not coming in, if you're not affiliated with the VA, visit any VA. It's just a no-brainer that you should sign up for care there. Come in, get registered. All veterans, OEF, OIF, OND, have 5 free years of primary care and medications and appointments available to them, but the clock starts ticking when you leave active duty. So, you know, people qualify for VA at different levels based on your income, but everyone from the recent past, post 9/11 veterans, qualify for some form of VA care from 5 years from when they leave active duty. So by all means, come to VA, find out what we have to offer, get involved in the community, figure out a way to give back. There are lots of ways to both take advantage of programs that are available for you, and also to offer your assistance and because of your unique experiences on how you can help to make lives better for veterans.
Great. Thank you very much. Before we go off the air, you know, I always like to encourage people to give a shout out to our troops. So just
absolutely. I'd like to thank everyone that's in uniform around the country serving in any capacity. You have no idea what your contributions mean to us back home, especially in times of national concern. We've got an election coming up. We really don't know what's going to be happening in our country over the next 6 months, year, whatever. But no matter what your political views are, no matter what you may believe, we all respect what you're doing, we appreciate what you're doing, and come home safe. Thanks a lot.
Great. Well, thank you very much. Good
You're
to
welcome.
meet you finally.
You too. Thanks.
Thank you. So, folks, again, you're listening here on TalkingWithHeroes.com. We're at the R4Alliance.org National Conference. Please share this video, watch the other videos, share the videos, word of mouth, and these videos, these stories of these amazing men and women, amazing Americans, will get out across the country. So thank you for listening, and we'll be back with more at the R4 Alliance National Conference.